When contractors say their marketing isn't working, the phone is usually ringing. It just isn't getting answered. Calls are coming in, leads are being generated, demand exists. The breakdown happens after that. See, marketing's job is to create interest. It did that. The phone is ringing is proof. What most businesses don't realize is that intake becomes the bottleneck long before demand slows down. At first, answering the phone is easy. Low volume, plenty of time, every call feels important. Then things pick up. You're on jobs, you're driving around, you're in the middle of something, and calls start going to voicemail. Not because you don't care, but because you are super busy. And that's where the problem starts. Because missed calls don't feel like failures. You don't get an error message. There's no warnings, no immediate consequences. The customer just moves on. This is why buying more leads often makes things worse. More ads, more calls, more interruptions. But the system handling those calls doesn't change. So instead of booking more work, you create more leakage. From the outside, it looks like marketing is underperforming. From the inside, it feels like freaking chaos. But the real issue isn't lead quality, it's capacity. Capacity to answer the call. Capacity to respond to the call. Capacity to catch the call when it happens. Most businesses don't track this. They look at impressions, clicks, cost per lead, but they don't track how many calls were never answered. Because that number is uncomfortable. It suggests the business isn't losing because of demand, it's losing because of timing. And timing matters more than people think. See, customers don't compare 10 different companies. They compare who answered and who didn't. The first clear response usually wins. Then the rest never get a second chance. This is why the phone becomes the quiet failure point as a business grows. More demand doesn't fix intake problems. It hides them. Until revenue starts dropping and no one can quite explain why that's happening. If the phone isn't handled, more leads don't solve that particular problem. They just make it harder to see.